really don't want to talk about it, but it's always the first thing that you see. No way past the browna sea is tainted when it's underneath. It's funny, a veces pienso que it's not that bad, I can live with it. Then I open the door y con solo una mirada I wanna turn back, I changed my mind. Es como si todos me obligaran to feel the shame I don't feel, and they won't let me give it back. Was it too much stars? No quiere ir así. Everyone has so much time, but when could I begin to enjoy mine again? I thought I found a way out. Time for feeling engañado. The end is there, no it is, but will it stop running away? 'Cause I'm tired of chasing it. I hate seeing the look on people's faces. Un sobresalto al verme así. They never say a thing, but there's no need. Ese pensamiento ya lo conozco bien. So I turn things down and I turn away. Anything to preserve that old image of me. Porque no confío en ellos a ponerle más valor a lo que sigue habiendo dentro de mí. Es como si aquí, sola en casa, I can almost pretend it's fine, but mirrors are the one thing I can't avoid. So is it too much stars? No quiero ir así. Everyone has so much time, but when can I begin to enjoy mine again? I thought I found a way out. Time for feeling engañado. The end is there, no it is, but when will it stop running away? 'Cause I'm tired of chasing it. And you talk about how it's all done. We'll look back and laugh, thank fuck that's over now. Pero cómo podría darme gracias saber that this pain could have been avoided. Every scar screaming at me that it's all my fault. Ahora creo que no estaba tan mal antes. I could live with it, I would have found a way. But you've helped me through it. I'm grateful for that. Siento haber pensado en cómo esto se afectaría. I thought I found a way out. No resultó ser así. The end is there, no it isn't. Someday we'll stop running away. But for now, I'll wait. So there you go. That was the song. I hope you enjoyed it. That did go more smoothly than the first one. So for that, I will give myself credit. I just wanted to say that this one I wrote 2 years ago in 2022. When basically the background is so I've had acne most of my life, so probably about 10 years, and it got to the point where I was so sick of it. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't the fact that it was bad, it was just that the fact that it stayed with me for so long. and it's kind of related to the idea that I knew that people will probably look at me and just one of the first things they describe me as is the girl with acne. I'm not saying people did, it's probably just something I thought, but it was just the fact that that I just had it in my head that this was like how people label me, and I just didn't like waking up every day and not knowing like if I'd get a new spot or whatever. So I heard that lots of people tried the pill because obviously it was hormonal. So I went on the pill. Big mistake. It made it even worse than it ever had been. And the funny thing is though, like I didn't, when I look back on photos now, well, I don't like looking back on photos because then I realised how bad it was, but back actually when it was that bad, I didn't even realise it was that bad. Like I look back and at the same time, obviously it's horrible, but at the same time I'm kind of surprised that I did. So like I went out every day without makeup and all of that, and like I'm surprised that, you know, I'm like I did that because I don't I feel like if, you know, I'm surprised that I had, you know, that I was able to do that, because that to me is impressive. Yeah, so it was basically just like, obviously I got treatment after that, and now I'm obviously not, like, nowhere near the same, but it was just basically about that and how hard it was to go outside just looking like that. Basically, even now I get embarrassed thinking, like, because this was my first year of university, and to have to do that while, you know, or like your first year university you can't do because then you know you've also got this problem to deal with. And yeah, I look back now and like it's embarrassing to think that these people knew like me when I looked like that, when I went through that phase, and like it's bad, but I do feel like it feels embarrassing. Because obviously, you know, that's not, you know, it's just what I look like on the outside, and it's not what I look like anyway. It's not what I look like now. But yeah, it was just mainly about just like people's perceptions, and the fact that I knew people it was the first thing people noticed. I knew people were talking about it, but I was the one who had to live with it, if you know what I mean, which is two different things, and one doesn't help the other. But yeah, so that's basically a story without getting into too much detail and going on for too long. Yeah, no, that's why it's important, and I wanted to do this live, just obviously to see it. This is the first time I've sung it in 2 years. So it's always fun to like dip back into it. And yeah, they just explained a little bit. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll end the live. And I will maybe see you soon.